How would you like to be able to get cash back on your everyday purchases? Not only is that possible, but you can actually make money doing it. Today I'm interviewing Christina from Saving with Christina. She is the queen of cashback apps. Not only does she get cashback, but she often makes money on her purchases. Yes, it's true. Today she's going to show us her favorite cashback apps and her tips and tricks for getting started. Here she is.
Hi everyone, I'm Christina. I have had a YouTube channel based on saving. It's called Saving with Christina for about the last year, but I have actually been saving and couponing for maybe 12 years now. And I say 12 because when I started, it was when I took a year off from work when my child was born. And I was sitting at home and doing all the mom stuff and thought, okay, how do I make our now one income stretch further? And so that's when I really got started in couponing and saving. And then it just kind of spirals. Like you just every year, every store, you learn more and you learn better ways to save. And so it just quickly became a passion of mine, saving on pretty much everything we do and everything we buy.
Once you start doing that, you can't ever pay full price for anything, I feel
No,
like.
I'm like, wait, I know you need that, but it's not on sale. We can't get it yet.
I totally understand. That's kind of how I feel like I got started with budgeting and saving, was because a lot of little kids trying to make it on a very small income. Yeah. So it's awesome. But I love your channel because it is amazing, the deals you find. I feel like so many of your videos, you're not buying stuff, you're making money and getting stuff. It's amazing. So I know that you use a lot of cashback apps. What kind of apps or couponing, what do you use to save money?
Okay, so there are a lot of different apps that I've used over the years. The first one I used, I believe you even have a complete tutorial on, is the Ibotta app. That one's been around for a long time. When you log into the app, you see offers, you buy that product, you get cash back, and sometimes they even do completely free after rebate offers. A couple of new ones that I used over the last couple of years, Fetch Rewards. Fetch Rewards is awesome. They also have like 100% points back for certain purchases. And the same concept, you buy this item, you get this many points back, and then you can cash those points out into gift cards. So I always will get gift cards to Target or CVS, and then I'm not actually paying my own money when I do my shopping. I'm using those gift cards to pay for our groceries or whatever we need for the week. And a little bit different one that I stayed away from for a while because I thought it sounded weird was Shopkick. And all I knew about it was that you got kicked for doing different things. And I'm like, oh, it's not worth my time. I don't want to do it. But I actually started using it maybe a year ago, and it's quickly become one of my favorites because you can get what they call kicked back when you walk into the store. You can get kicks back for just scanning specific items. You don't even have to purchase the item, and you're making a little bit of money in your account. But also, if you purchase certain items, they give you a higher percentage of kicks back. And then again, you take those kicks, you cash them out into gift cards. So it sounds kind of intimidating. I have done 2 different complete tutorials step-by-step on Fetch Rewards and on Shopkick to walk people through the process. And I always advise people, start small. Pick one app, get familiar with that, then start to add a second app in. And like anything, once you start it and you get into it, it all becomes so much simpler. And so those probably are my 3 favorite: Ibotta, Fetch, and Shopkick. I also use Swagbucks. Swagbucks is cool because they have a lot of really high value offers, especially this last week. I'm not sure if you watched my Walmart video from this past week, but I mean, I got so many things completely free and made money buying them because the offers were just so high. I don't use Swagbucks as much. It is a little bit more complicated, but they do have a section that says shop, and then you go to what they call magic receipts, and you can see the different offers. See, what else
So
do I use?
I did watch your video that you just did and saw all the deals, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I went and I was like, I don't think I've ever heard of them. So I was at their website, and then I realized I have heard of them. I even had an account, but it was from a long, long time
Yep.
ago, and it was like taking surveys
Mhm.
and doing things to get points. I didn't realize that they had things you could do to get cash back. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting to me. So those are the three that you use the most. Are there
Those are
any
big
that you've
ones.
used and don't really love, don't use anymore?
I'm trying to think. There was one that I stopped using just because you would scan a receipt and it would give you like coins back. And there was a pig on the icon.
Yeah. Was it Coin Up? I know what you're talking about. I can't.
I wish I could think of the name of it. I used to have it on my phone.
There's Coin Out. I don't remember if that's the one with the pig.
Coin Out I do use. So the weird thing with Coin Out, it used to be you scan a receipt and you get, 3 cents back, 5 cents back, which is fine. All you're doing is snapping a picture of a receipt, but it took a really long time to hit I believe it's a $20 cash out. But they did have in-store deals for a while, but they've disappeared right now. So I don't know if those in-store deals will come back, because that was pretty awesome when they did that. It made it a whole lot easier to get to the cash out. I do use Checkout 51 quite a bit. That has offers, and they tend to reset on Thursdays. So I try to remember to go in on Thursdays and see which new offers they have. Checkout 51 and Swagbucks tend to have the same offers. So I wonder if they're even like part of the same
parent
company. I'm not sure, but both of those apps say you can't combine those rebates with any other offer. Now, the other apps don't have that same verbiage. So like Ibotta, you'll see I pair Ibotta with coupons. Ibotta doesn't have those restrictions. Swagbucks and Checkout 51 both say rebates can't be combined with any other offer. And there was one more. Oh, the coupons.com app. So I think a lot of people are familiar with coupons.com, where you can print coupons. I started using the coupons.com app quite a bit because you buy the product, you submit your receipt, and then the coupon amount goes straight to your PayPal account. So
I have not used their app. That's awesome, because I like printed out their coupons and used it on their website. So that's awesome. So I know on your videos, like you show people exactly what you did to get the deals, and a lot of times you use coupons. So when you're using coupons and sharing that on your channel, is that all from coupons.com?
Not all. So I get coupons a couple different ways. Honestly, I don't even get the paper anymore. They were having a hard time delivering it to our house. And so we were like, okay, just forget about it. I have a friend that gives me her like one set of inserts every week. And my mom will give me coupons every once in a while when she gets them. Those are honestly the only coupons I use. I never purchase coupons. And then I will print some from the coupons.com app, or submit to the coupons.com app for like the digital process. A lot of the coupons I use are digital because I don't like having a mess with the paper or figuring out which paper did that coupon come from. So even the individual stores like CVS, Walgreens, they have their own digital coupons that I focus on quite a bit.
So now you just mentioned CVS, Walgreens. What are the stores where you do most of your shopping at, where you find the best deals?
So every week for YouTube, I post Walgreens. Walgreens is kind of complicated for the new couponer. Their system is just wackadoodle. So I like doing a pretty detailed Walgreens video each week because the deals are amazing. You just have to make sure you know the little nuances of the Walgreens system. I do Walmart every week. Those are my two. Walgreens on Mondays, Walmart on Wednesdays. You can count on those from me. I do shop at CVS because they have amazing deals. I used to post YouTube videos for CVS, but not a lot of people were watching those videos, so I stopped doing them. The videos take a long time. I'm thinking about adding it into the rotation because there are some really awesome deals that you can get at CVS. And then I'm in Texas, so we have a local grocery store, H-E-B. And while I don't do YouTube videos, I do post like Instagram and Facebook posts about the best deals going on at H-E-B. And I try to get Target in there as well.
So for you, so that's what you do for your YouTube channel, but for when you personally shop, what does like the typical week look like? Do you go to all of those stores every week, or do you just, obviously you do Walgreens and Walmart, but so typically what does it look like for you?
All the stores every week. H-E-B, because that's kind of the grocery store for Texans, right?
That's I'm not in Texas, but I wish we had H-E-B is where I live.
It's one of the things that people, when they move out of the state, they're like, man, I miss H-E-B. It's a great company, and it's easy. I mean, that's where the most locations around me are that for grocery shopping. I do shop Walgreens every week. I do shop CVS every week. Of course, I do Walmart every week. I try to pop into Target and Whole Foods. They're right next door to each other, and they're maybe 5 miles from where I live. So I try to pop into both of those at least once during the week. Now, I do that because I have an Instagram account that I'm trying to post deals and share. If it was just me and I didn't share deals with other people, I probably wouldn't go to that many stores. But I'm trying to take what can be complicated and break it down as simple as possible so that other people don't have to do the work. They can just go to the video. I always do a Google document that people can print out and take to the store with them and say, okay, I want sunscreen and I know she was able to get it for free. I'm going to do exactly what she did.
I love that because like you said, especially with Walgreens, CVS, like there are a lot of nuances and those stores are a little bit more complicated. That's awesome. So I feel like I used to do my shopping kind of like you do it now. Like I would do like almost a different one every day when I just had like 1 or 2 kids at home and I had a little bit more time. So now I'm at the point in life where I'm like a one and done type shopping. So if that were you, what would you recommend as like the one best or easiest way to do your shopping? Is there an app that you would recommend? Or do you have a favorite?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It's hard because every state and every location is just a little bit different. Like if you had a Walgreens where the employees were really rude, well, obviously you don't want to put that on the top of your list of places to go. For me, I couldn't do without H-E-B. So my local grocery store, and that might be good advice wherever someone is, really get to know your local grocery store, whatever they offer, whatever their digital coupons are. Do they double coupons? Do they, just all of the specifics of your local grocery store. I would probably recommend figuring that out first. And then adding at least one drugstore. We don't have Rite Aid. I know other people have Rite Aid, but pick, Walgreens, CVS, or Rite Aid, whichever one is closest to you or you feel like you want to get to know the best, pick one of those and get to know that process and start, building up. And then if you want to add more, you can. As far as apps, that's a tough one. I think Ibotta would probably be the last one I could get rid of because it's been around forever. I feel like I've been using it. I can't even remember when I started using it. That would probably be the last one I would get rid of, but don't make me get rid of any of them.
I totally get that. And I feel like they're very similar, all of the apps, but they all have different quirks and different things that they're good for. So I do feel like I use Ibotta the most. It's quick and easy. And I'm usually just going to one store a week. It's not always Walmart. Sometimes it's my local, but Ibotta also has my local grocery store on it. So I feel like that's really great advice. But I do love, so you said you post videos about Walgreens and Walmart every week. When do you post those videos?
Yeah, so Monday, and I try to get it out by 11 o'clock Central Time. Mondays, I post my Walgreens haul. And Wednesdays, I post my Walmart haul. And I will try to pop up. Summer's been a little bit more challenging with not having school and finding the time to get everything done with a kiddo running around. But I try to do other informational videos across the month, like how do you use register rewards at Walgreens, or how do you use this particular app and do different tutorials or other little tidbits of information that I found helpful as I try to save the most money I can.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love all the tips you give, and it is amazing, the deals. I mean, you're making money on most of your trips, I feel like.
I try.
So do you ever buy things that you don't need because you can get them for free? So what do you do with those items?
Yes, absolutely. So the funny thing is I have a couple of bags in my car this morning to take to the local food bank. We happily pass things out to friends and family. I had family over this weekend and my brother said, hey, can I go look in your closet to go shopping in your closet? And so yes, we have a little closet. I don't have what people in the biz call a stockpile. I don't have a big stockpile. We don't have a big family. It's just me and my husband and my son. And so we keep what we need and we'll use. We ask friends and family if they need or want anything. And other than that, I'd make donations to a lot of local nonprofits.
That's awesome. That's so great. And that's awesome. So when you post your videos, like on Monday for Walgreens, do you do the shopping Monday morning and then post your video, or how does that work?
I am not that good.
I know, because videos take some time, even if you're like minimal editing. So I'm just wondering, like, if I watch your video on Monday, how long are those deals usually good for?
Yeah, great question. So with Walgreens, I do my shopping on Sunday, which is when the ad starts. And then I edit and post the video on Monday. For Walmart, I don't follow a weekly ad with Walmart, so a lot of the deals are based on when it disappears off the different apps, and there's honestly not an easy way to tell. But typically I do my shopping on Tuesdays and post the video on Wednesdays, and those deals can be good for a week, 2 weeks, 24 hours. It's hard to know because I never know when it's going to disappear from the app.
So all of your videos, you show exactly what you bought and how much money you made most of the time. And then you have the Google Doc that shows exactly what you did and what if you used a coupon or what app you used. So everyone can print that out and just use that to get the same stuff.
I try to make it as easily replicable as possible. And for the most part, I would say 9 times out of 10, I'm using digital coupons that everyone has access to.
That's awesome. So it can be overwhelming, but what you said is just start with one app, try it. If they follow along on your channel, you have instructions on how to get all of the deals. Absolutely. And I'm sure that the deals are going to vary a little bit based on where you're living.
For sure.
But the concept is the same.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I love it. Well, so actually I do have a question. I didn't give you this ahead of time, but all of these are like more grocery related. Do you use any apps for just like online shopping or getting cash back online for non-grocery shopping?
Yes. And in all honesty, I don't do a lot of online shopping, but I have an old video that talks about how to use Rakuten. And that's typically my go-to when I'm doing online shopping. Ibotta has the same capabilities with online shopping, but Rakuten, I think I started using earlier, so it's kind of my default. And it's super simple. You go to their website, you type in what store you're going to shop at, and it automatically redirects you to that store's website. You shop as normal, and then you get a little bit of extra cash in your Rakuten account. And that one pays out every 3 months.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit longer to get your money back on that one, but I mean, why pass it up? If you're shopping online anyway, every 3 months, you're going to get a little check back.
Yeah, that's why I feel it takes like 2 seconds to click the button to activate. And yeah, so I would agree. I use Rakuten the most for that.
Well, and another thing that reminded me of, I would suggest people check if they use a credit card. A lot of credit cards have their own offers. And I even forget to double check mine sometimes. I use American Express, and there's something that's like just for you offers. And one of them recently was $10 back every month when you go to a restaurant, which is kind of a no-brainer. So anytime we've been to a restaurant once a month, we'll get a $10 credit on our account just by clicking a little button with our credit card.
So yeah, that's a place that I don't think people would naturally think to look for. So that's awesome. That's great. One other question do you ever do like grocery pickup to get these deals, or do you always go in store?
So I did, especially at the beginning of COVID, I was only doing grocery pickup. The downside with that is not all stores give you a physical receipt. And for almost all of the apps, you need a physical receipt to be able to scan. Now, Walgreens has what they call curbside deals. And that one's super simple. They do give you a receipt so that you can absolutely do curbside deals and be able to submit to the different apps. I believe Target does not give you a physical receipt when you do curbside. Our local grocery store does not give you a physical receipt, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Someone recently asked me about Walmart and doing their pickup. I don't know. I don't remember when I did Walmart pickup. If I got a physical receipt, I think it was just a digital receipt.
Yeah, it's just digital. So with Ibotta, it works great. You can link your account, but yeah, they don't give you, you can print it from your computer, but I'm going to guess that wouldn't work for the other apps. So it works great with Ibotta, but yeah, okay, good to know. Awesome. Well, I appreciate this so much. I will make sure to include a link to your channel in the description box so that people can go check out your videos and learn how to use all these apps and start making money on their purchases, not spending money.
Well, and I always tell people, like, I've been doing this for a while. If you have questions, like, let me know in the comments and I will respond to every single one that I can, as long as I don't miss it. But I really am happy to help people. That's why I started the channel. Like, I want to be able to help people save money, especially after what was probably a very difficult year for a lot of people.
Yeah, and saving is a great way. It's something you can start simple and use more apps if you want to and enjoy it and get the hang of it, or you can keep it simple. Anyway, your channel is great, a great resource. So I will include the link to that. And I appreciate you so much taking the time to help and answer all these questions for us.
You're welcome.
Her channel in the description box below. Her videos walk you through and she shows you exactly how to get the deals that she finds. Here on my channel, there are several tutorials for some of the cashback apps mentioned, and the next several weeks I have videos coming out comparing all of the different cashback apps and showing you my favorites. If that interests you, make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you get notified. Thanks so much. See you in the next video.